Hi everyone, Dr. Eric Kaufman here, and in this final tutorial, we're going to look at the resources that can make you a pro broker. So let's get started. So the first category is learning. And the first item I have on that list is Import and Export for Dummies. Now, I know that has a silly name, but Import and Export for Dummies was essential for me learning how the import and export business works and what I needed to know to break into the industry. Now, there's a lot of information that you won't learn from this book that you need to attain from experience, but everything that cannot be learned from experience is in this book. It's a must read for anybody who wants to get into the import and export business. It has great reviews. The author is very in-depth and puts it in easy terms for us to understand and to learn how the business works. It's a highly suggested must read for anybody after they've completed this course looking to get more in-depth knowledge on the issues surrounding the import and export business. Next, we have Google.com. Now, that's a no-brainer. Everybody knows Google.com or Google.ca in this case. And basically, any knowledge there is on the internet to be gained is on Google.com. If you have a question, or if you want to learn more about a product, or more about a company, or more about anything, you can simply go to Google.com and just search exactly what it is that you need to know. And you'll find millions of results across the internet on whatever it is that you need to learn about. So this is obviously essential for anybody that breaks into a business that they need to learn more about, or wants to learn more about a product, or wants to learn more about a company. Next category, finding buyers and sellers. Obviously, the first one I have here is Alibaba.com, which is my own primary source. We've already done tutorials on how to use Alibaba.com to search for products, to search for suppliers, and to search for buyers, and how essential it is to the supplier market since it is the biggest database of suppliers anywhere on the internet. Next is TradeKey.com. Once again, very similar to Alibaba, also a global marketplace including buyers, sellers, and products. It works very similarly to Alibaba.com. You can just go ahead and try it out. I haven't covered this in the tutorials as it is less popular and I don't personally have much experience using it. Next, to view customs data such as who's importing, who's exporting, what quantities, what products they're importing and exporting, we have Thattal, Penjiva, and Import Genius. Now all of these do the exact same thing and have access to the exact same customs information. Personally, I prefer Thattal. I've tried a few of them, Penjiva and Import Genius, and I was happiest with Thattal. However, Thattal is the most expensive by far. One good thing about Thattal, which caused me to use it in the start, was that you get a free trial over here in the top right corner. You can request a demo, or you can get a free trial, or you can do both. I personally went with a free trial and learned how to use their platform, and I just stuck with it. Penjiva is a similar product, and you can have a demo over here, but not a free trial. Only a video demo where they show you how to use the product. Import Genius, once again, is the exact same way. I think it's the cheaper of the bunch, but same thing, there is no free trial, only a demo if you sign up. Next category is HS code lookup. So when you want to look up the HS code of a product or the number that you need to see what taxes are going to be charged at import for a particular product. First here is the official US government site for HS code lookups. And that is this tool over here by the International Trade Commission. And you can just search the product or number or whatever it is you need to figure out what the tariff code for your product is in the search bar, and you'll get your information below, or you can search it by category and just scroll through it. It's very large and very comprehensive, a little overwhelming, but eventually you'll get the hang of it. Next, I've added another link to, once again, the same thing, an HS code lookup tool, except this one is not just for the United States, it's across 141 different countries, and it's just a better layout and easier to work with than the US government one. I've also attached in the course resources section the United States tariff schedule, where you can look up HS codes on a PDF. The next category is vocabulary. So these are vocabulary words relating to the import and export business. I've provided 2 links for that. The first one is just a few of the most basic terms you'll be using as an import or export agent or broker. And the second one is a lot more comprehensive and has hundreds, if not thousands, of words. So you might use that if you needed more in-depth explanations and definitions. Next, we have the US and Canadian government tenders websites. So if you want to sell products or services to the US government or the Canadian government, you can follow these links. The first one is fbo.gov, and that is fedbizops.gov. So you can see here you have a comprehensive search tool so that you can search for whatever tenders that may relate to your product or to your services, and have access to a comprehensive list, 29,200 in this case, of opportunities to work with the federal government. Next is mercs.com, and this is the exact same thing but for the Canadian government. You can see here you have French and English. Just go ahead and click English. And once again, you have a search tool here. You can see how many tenders have been posted in the last 24 hours in total in construction, for example, or in goods, or any other category. Next, we have an example for a contract for sale of goods, and that's provided by entrepreneur.com. So here we go, we have a basic contract, and I use a variation of this personally. Obviously, you want to consult a lawyer before making any contracts or modifying any contracts for your own personal use or business use, as every state has its own laws and every country has its own laws, and they may differ. Next, we have the commission agent agreement, also provided by entrepreneur.com, and that is this form over here, and it's basically a contract for payment as an agent. Once again, never use or modify legal documents for personal use or business use without consulting a lawyer. Next, we have the non-circumvent agreement, which does not allow a company to bypass you in a sale and cutting you out of commissions, and that's from lawmart.com. Here we have that example over here, and you can just use this form once again with a consultation from a lawyer. And the final category we have is just general business resources and information, whether it's inspiration or how to be more focused or how to start certain businesses or perform certain procedures. We have Inc. and entrepreneur.com. So here's Inc.com, business information as well as entrepreneurship information. And although there can be a lot of junk on these websites, there's also a lot of valuable information that can help you get started in the business world. Entrepreneur.com is the same thing. Once again, they have some useless junk articles, but very often they have useful information that can help you further your business and your entrepreneurship goals. And that's the end of it. Thank you.